We have to master this process. As much as we don't want to learn the new acronyms or it's complicated to learn each one of these pieces, those who choose to get over the complicatedness and to master this, get comfortable being uncomfortable for a minute. This is going to come second nature. I can tell you, I've heard the customers that have came on board with CI Web Group in the beginning and their familiarity or lack of with these concepts, these terms, this process. And I've seen them after they've spent a year with Kim or a year with Jasmine or time with Chris. I've seen them a year later come back and literally say, I need to go back and start working on step 2. We need to focus on more content. I want to go after some new services. And I was noticing on my click-through rate, I think if I provide you with some better promotions that we can increase our click-through rate. Amen to that. That is so exciting. When we hear somebody change their logic and go, you know what? I've got content that would be relevant. In fact, we just helped rebuild a house in our local area, or we just did a old furnace giveaway. And they start realizing that that's content that's necessary, that if it gets put into this funnel, it can actually help create new business. When our dealers understand this model, that's what happens. They start participating. They start showing up. They start suiting up. They start asking questions. They start handing over content that allows us to help them make more money. That is what this is about. It is really exciting when that light bulb moment goes off. It's the difference between us working with someone that calls us a vendor and says I bought a website from them, and us working with someone who says, I love CI Web Group. Because every time we have a new idea, we focus on that one idea, we execute, we create the content, I give them a great promotion, I agree to this, I participate, I approve things, and boom, we put it in place. I put money into marketing that, and then wow, I'm able to call up and tell a story that says, I've got 16 leads off this, let's do it again. This is so exciting. And then we have, I don't have it in here. I was just going to show you, Kim's client sent me honey in the mail, because he gets it and it's working and it's producing new customers, but it's in my kitchen. So Kim and Jasmine, for you two, actually, Nuna, I'm going to start with Clay. You start with working with dealers from the beginning of the funnel, and this is not comfortable. They've had bad experiences. This is not a comfortable process. What would you recommend when someone starts this journey of wanting to play a proactive approach in their business? What would you recommend to them? I know you've seen a lot of dealers and where they start. What are some of the things that scare them, and what do you recommend?
I think one of the primary things that seems to scare a lot of dealers is that they've tried other things before that either A, didn't work, or they got burned, or perhaps a combination of both. And so we really try to reassure them that you're in good hands with us, as the preferred digital marketing vendor for Goodman and Amana. Yes, the dealers are our customers, but ultimately we're responsible to our manufacturing and distributing partners to prove that the tools that we implement actually work over time. So we really, really try hard at the very beginning of the sales cycle to build that trust, build that relationship with them, help them to see the disadvantages of hopscotching from one marketing company to the next, or help them to see the disadvantages of hiring or bartering for work, for a free website or free different things on their site, but sticking with someone that has a good reputation in the industry, that is able to be transparent like we are and show them the work and show them what's working, what's not, and then being honest on our end and restructuring our approach or our strategy with them. And I've had so many dealers that of course, that's our approach with everyone, but after they've been with us for several months, they get it, they get that light bulb moment, and then they're really engaged and they want to take it to the next level. They're ready to have that conversation with Jasmine or Kimberly about what else can we do, or can we get another page of content this month. Once we start to see that, And once they start to get excited about the process and they see that it's working, it totally is a different experience for them. And I think one of the things too that has scared a lot of dealers is that they're used to hearing that they don't own the website, they don't own the content, um, they're locked into some sort of a contract. And those are all things, of course, that we don't use or believe in here at CI Web Group. So I think that helps dealers feel comfortable at the very beginning of the process as well.
Absolutely. I totally agree. Kim, what from your point of view, what is it like when you have a dealer that shows up and brings content ideas to the table? What some of those ideas? I know it makes you excited.
Yes, and I actually want to mention one of my favorite customers is on this call right now. Maylee, I love you with more heart. And, she's actually a great example. They come to me with different ideas, pretty often. We design out pages together. They're super interactive with me, go over content, give feedback. And it's just a totally different relationship whenever you have a customer that's really engaged and cares about the process and, wants to go over the numbers with you, gets excited whenever they see progress. It makes working with people like that just a joy, and makes coming to work every day really fun. So, you see really great success with dealers like that are super engaged and have a great attitude and are always ready to collaborate.
I love that. And Jasmine, from your point of view, dealers have a ton of different things that are happening in their business that can turn into content. What are some of those things that maybe they keep as, I'm not going to say a secret, but don't remember to share with their marketing company that can turn into content, whether it's in the form of sliders or videos or social graphics and so forth? What are some of those things you've noticed?
Well, a lot of the times when I'm talking to my dealers, they have like special events in their office for one of their staff members. They're doing tune-ups. They're promoting events. I have a customer out in Southern California that they help with graduation when we're in school. And they were able to provide water bottles, just different images, videos, events, maintenances, tune-ups, installations, those kind of stuff. People want to see them. They want to see what it looks like getting an air conditioning installed or a furnace installed. Air handlers. No one knows what an air handler is, but it's a part of the furnace. And watching those go in, they look like little missiles. And it's exciting. Or just if you have a birthday or boss appreciation day in your office, you're doing little events, you guys are having big corporate meetings in your guys' office with your team. Those are images that you can take and use to brand your website in so people feel comfortable. They know what they're seeing, your trucks, just your meet the team pages. Those are things that get a lot of traction on websites because someone that, especially at the older generation, if you have someone coming to your home, you want to see who that person is. If you're a lady and you're by yourself, you want to see what that customer is going to be able to kind of familiar themselves with. Branding your company's website with you is always going to be better than having stock photos on there.
Absolutely. You guys, that's a big deal. And every audience will, I think what I'm hearing across the board is every consumer has a different feeling when they get to your website or when they land on your social media page, or when they're watching a video and they're feeling. It might be that they connect with you because of a hobby. For example, we've got a dealer that is is amazing at restoring new cars. Autumn out of Phoenix. Okay. We've got another dealer that rides Harleys, and I know consumers connect to them like crazy. Everybody has kind of these different things that consumers connect with, but for you guys, understanding who your audience is wildly important when it comes to content.